I found some very old timber planks to shed sale. I think these will make a very good kitchen bench. This is roughly how I'll lay them out to make the bench. A local told me he thought they were from the 1940s, judging by the colour of the dye in the newspaper that stuck to them. There are a few nails scattered around that I'll have to deal with. They're not in perfect condition, but that's part of the appeal. I've bought some mitered steel. I've laid it out on the flat metal portion of the container floor. I've used welder's magnets to hold it together, and I'm just tacking it into place for welding. I've fabricated a very simple pair of legs in the shape of an H. I'm just laying it out prior to welding. I was really pleased that the legs stood up by themselves. It made things much simpler. After the frame was welded, I cleaned the joints with the angle grinder. To protect the welds, I gave them a coat of cold gal paint. I think this should work. Whilst I was in the metal shop getting steel cut, I saw these plastic stoppers. I've bought 4 of them and they'll do as feet. This topic is covered in full detail in part 2 of the ebook How to Build an Off-Grid Shipping Container House. I picked the 3 planks that I liked the best. We laid them out and we used the frame as our bench. Here's my harvest of nails that we removed from the planks. The joints are a bit wobbly and I need to make them straight. We turn 2 planks on their side and clamp them together. Then we use the belt sander to get rid of the rough surface. we simply used a straight plank to find out where the curves and the bumps were. I thought it would be safer and less destructive for the wood if we used the sander instead of the bench or the circular saw. So here it is after it's been sanded. The joint on the right has been sanded and the joint on the left is the rough untreated joint. So having been shown how to do it, I did the second one. We cut 3 braces that will screw to the planks underneath. I clamped the centre plank in place and then I screwed the brace from underneath. I used a couple of sash cramps to pull the joints tight and then I screwed from underneath to hold the outer planks in place. Well, here it is and I'm very pleased with it. I've left it unfinished because Sarah's asked me to. She wants to treat the surface. I could have glued this together and put biscuit joints, but that would have made this too heavy to pick up and difficult to handle by myself, so I haven't. And I can take it apart if I need to. I'll probably put some sort of a filler into the crack, but I'm not quite sure what I'll use just yet. We'll see. It's not a perfect finish, but if I'd wanted a perfect finish, I'd have bought a chipboard IKEA bench top. I think this is quite nice. I've looked out the marble cutting top, so we're back in business. Now, Sarah's brief for me for this was freestanding, rustic and recycled if practical. And I think we've done pretty well on that. So the worktop was $30 instead of $250 from Bunnings for a piece of chipboard. And I think that's awesome. This is fabulous timber. And I'm very pleased with the frame. I made it myself. And I've got a lot of ownership and I'm quite proud of it. And I've put a ledge underneath, which is where Sarah can have a curtain because she asked for one. So there'll be a curtain to hide whatever we put under. So all Sarah's got to do is decide where she wants to put it. So it's all yours, Sarah. Press subscribe to follow more of our adventures, and please press the like button if you enjoyed this video. It helps the channel. For more information about the ebooks, please visit my website at buildshippingcontainerhouse.com.